So hello and welcome to this calming and stabilizing and grounding Hatha yoga class here at the Mindfulness Manor. My name is Stefan and this is Julie. She's going to be my student today to help demonstrate how to get into the poses. And just before we get started, a few minutes of introducing you to the day's theme. So this class is going to be all about the mind, and even though that we're going to use our bodies in the asanas, the postures, where we're going with this is to try to calm and stabilize our mind. And this is really a practice that is very dear to me, and one of the reasons is that it allows us to really understand, I think, the kind of progression in Hatha yoga, because this is really where it starts. We want to cultivate a kind of calm and sense of ease and stability before moving into later stages of the practices where we really begin to work with energy, so that we are properly prepared actually, because energy that we build in later practices, they amplify whatever is there. So this is really the reason that the old yogis, they wanted us to start here with this kind of calm mind. And more pragmatic, the way that we're going to do this is a few different techniques. We'll be focusing on longer exhales, which has the effect of moving you towards your parasympathetic nervous system. We'll be breathing deep down into our belly. And then in terms of the postures that we'll be focusing the most on, it's mainly forward folds and a few twists and longer holds. But I think that's enough talking for now. Let's just get into it. So Julie, if you would please come to lie on your back. Palms facing upwards. Just relax your whole body. And begin to breathe. You can close your eyes. Breathe deeply into your belly. Just as you inhale, expand your belly all the way outwards. And on your exhalation, allow the navel to draw all the way back towards the spine. Cultivating a bit of present awareness to become aware of as you are connecting deeper to your breath. You're becoming a little bit more present, both in your body, in this moment, right here. And after your next exhalation, just completely let go of your breath. Just let your body breathe by itself. And for a few moments, begin to become aware of sounds around you. There's nothing to judge or analyze. You're simply becoming aware of sounds. Notice how each sound is happening right here in this present moment. Always changing. Now for a few moments, shift your awareness and become aware of your skin all over your body. Feel where your skin is in contact with your clothes. Feel a gentle breeze of air touching your bare skin. Maybe feel the areas where your body is in contact with the earth. gravity claiming you. And for this moment, just allow the gravity to help you relax even more. Know that it holds you. Now let's try to go one step deeper in this, and for the next few moments become aware of your thoughts. Become aware of what your mind is thinking. You can see it as if you were lying on the ground, watching small clouds roll by, just watching your thoughts roll by like clouds. Observe them, acknowledge them, nothing to analyze, and simply let go and let them float away. And remember that you're not your thoughts. You are that which experience the mind thinking. And the final step in this is take a few moments to try to become aware of that part of you that is aware of you thinking. The one observing you, observing your body. The one observing you, observing sounds and your thoughts. And this in the yoga tradition is what is referred to as Purusha, the observer, the silent witness. And really is a way for us to become more mindful, is a way to get more established in this witness. So now established in this observer, slowly begin to deepen your breath. Deep belly breath, expand your navel outwards on your inhalation. Exhale, release your navel back in towards the spine. And after your next exhalation, on your next inhalation, please raise your arm, lift your arms up overhead as you inhale. And exhale, lower both arms down by your side. One more time, inhale your arms up. And as you do it, flex both feet, activate your legs. Exhale, lower your arms down by your side, relax both feet to the side. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale down. Now just relax your arms by your side and take a moment to just check into this silent witness again. You observing yourself practicing yoga. You constantly aware of your body in the practice, your mind as it might start thinking. You remain established in this witness. Now please roll over to your side and slowly come up to an all-four position, please. So please come up on all fours, whether you place both hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Inhale, straighten your spine, look slightly forward. Exhale, tuck your chin in towards your chest and go all the way back into a child's position. Inhale, slowly come up back to all fours. And slow exhale all the way back into child's position. Now, same thing, but now we're going to do it on a specific count. So you inhale for 4 counts. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 5 counts this time. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Now exhale for 6 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 7 if possible this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, come up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale all the way for 8 if possible. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time up. And last exhale down for 8 counts. And just pause for just a moment. Become aware of what a few rounds of conscious breathing linked to movement does for your mind. And just in this moment, how are you doing? How are you doing physically? How are you doing mentally? And whatever is there, just observe. Alright, inhale up to force. And this time, slow exhale all the way back to a downwards position. So tuck your toes under and lift your hips all the way up towards the sky. Stay here for a moment. Get steady in your downward dog. So you press your chest all the way in towards the thighs and you lift your hips way high. And we treat the downward dogs not as a hamstring stretch, but more like a spinal extension. So really try to find length in your spine. And if that means that you have to bend your knees, please do it. Take a few deep breaths here all the way into your belly again. So really expand it out like a balloon on your inhalation. And actively draw the navel back towards the spine on your exhalation. So there's a kind of a contraction going on there on the exhalation. Inhale, expand the navel outwards, drawing the air down as far as you can get it. And exhale, fully draw the navel all the way back in towards the spine. Now inhale, take your right foot all the way to the front of the mat. Drop your left knee to the mat. Untuck your toes on your left foot. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly place your right hand on the inside of your right foot. And now slowly begin to walk your hands forward. Possibly you can get your elbows all the way back, all the way down to the floor, but otherwise just as far as you can comfortably go. Make sure that your right knee doesn't collapse out to the side, so keep it in contact with your shoulder here. And then slowly begin to tuck your chin in towards your chest. And get established in your breath again, deep into your belly. And I'm not going to hold you to the 4 and 8 out, but if you could make the exhalations longer here, that would be great. So this tucking the chin in towards the chest is a quite important movement here that we do. It's what in the yoga tradition is called the Jalandhara Bandha, or the chin lock. And it's said to help us keep the frontal part of the brain a little bit more quiet, so kind of quieting down our thought processes here. Now slowly begin to walk your hands in towards yourself and come slowly out of the pose again. Your right hand comes back to the right side of your foot, and then you can step all the way back into downward dog. Take a moment here again. Try to remain as calm and steady as possible here in your downward dog. So fight the urge to move around too much here. take your left foot up to the front of the mat. Your right knee comes down to the mat, and tuck your toes on your right foot and place your left hand on the inside of your left foot and slowly begin to walk your hands forward to sink deeper into the pose. And again, this Jalandhara Bandha, chin in towards the throat to help calm that frontal part of the brain just a little bit more. Again, don't let your left knee collapse out to the side. You want to keep it in towards your shoulder. Inhale, expand the navel out like a balloon. Exhale, draw it actively back towards the spine. Create a sense of a little bit more stability in this lower back area. You might even be able to sense, as you really actively contract your navel backwards, that it creates a subtle lift in the pelvic floor. This is another bandha or lock called the Muladhara Bandha, or the root lock. And it's a very effective way of creating more stability, calm, and grounding in this area. Slowly begin to walk your hands back towards you. Slowly come back out of the pose, your left hand back on the left side of the foot, and step your right foot all the way to the front of the mat this time. Inhale, flatten your back. Exhale, sink down into the forward fold. Here you can keep your hands on the mat, or you can hold your ankles or your elbows, whatever feels comfortable here. But try to commit to standing still here, so no fidgeting, no moving around. Your chin is slightly tucked in, creating a sense of a little bit of length in the back of your neck. And you're still breathing, maybe 4 and 8 if possible, but at least longer exhalations. Inhale, flatten your back. Exhale, place both your hands to your hips. Inhale, with a straight spine, come all the way back up to standing. Exhale, relax your arms down. Close your eyes. Tadasana, mountain pose. And in this moment, again, check in and just observe. What is your mind thinking? How is your body feeling? But you remember that you are not that. You are that which experience. And observe that from a place of calm, stability. Alright, open your eyes, and let's just, for the sake of the camera, come to stand next to each other here on the mat. We're going to do the little bit of dynamic chair pose. And let's first, just to get ready for this, just inhale, arms up. Exhale, the arms down. Inhale your arms all the way up again. And this time, exhale, sink your hips down, bend your knees. And at the last point of the movement, you bend forward into a fold. Hands touch the ground and you relax your neck. Inhale, straighten your spine, hands all the way up to the ears. Come all the way up to standing. Exhale, sink your hips down. Fold. Inhale up, maybe 4 counts. And now exhale for 5 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Now exhale for 6 counts. Keeping your arms all the way up to your ears. Inhale 4 counts. And this time 7 if possible. Last one up. Straighten your spine first, then come up. And exhale, if possible, all the way to 8. Or just as long as an exhale as you can get here. Nice. Inhale, come up to a standing. And exhale, your arms down by your side, close your eyes. And again, Tadasana. Nothing like a chair pose that can get our mind to start working overtime and all these sensations in your body. But you try to remain calm and just observe all of these things happen. We want to practice this, remain unaffected by whatever is going on. We remain calm and stable no matter the circumstances. That's the point of this here. So let's just practice that one more time. Now with the static chair pose. So let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, come all the way down into chair and stay here this time. Now change your breathing ratio to maybe a 1-to-1. So we breathe in for 3 and exhale for 3, or inhale for 4, or out for 4. Just so it's kind of steady. And try to, if you have your eyes open, to focus in one point, not move around. So even your blinking becomes kind of to a minimum. So remain really calm and really steady and stable, and now just observe what is happening. Observe the responses in your body. Observe what's going on in your mind. And whatever is there, just be with it. It's alright. A few more breaths here. Observe yourself starting to freak out a little bit here. It's natural. And on your next inhalation, really slow and steady, come all the way back to a standing. Exhale, relax your arms down, close your eyes. Just check in one more time. Okay, open your eyes. Stand on the front of the mat, please. Then step your left foot back, about a meter or so, depending on how long your legs are. And here, try to first square your hips. So draw your left hip to the front and your right hip back. So your left foot is maybe pointing 45 degrees out to the side. So maybe you want to take it a little bit deeper in towards yourself, your foot. Yeah, exactly. And then your right leg, your knee, is not quite locked here. There's a little bit of a flex here. We do that to protect our lower back here and the knee itself. So the posture we're going to do here is a combination of a warrior 1 and a forward fold. So just exhale all of your air. Now on an inhale, raise both arms. Exhale, hinge from the hips, and with a straight spine all the way down to a fold. And now from the fold here, I inhale, I bend my right knee, and with a straight spine, I inhale all the way to a standing here. Exhale, stay in the modified warrior. Now inhale, straighten the front knee, and exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knee, come up. Exhale. Contract the navel back and towards the spine. Inhale, straighten the front knee. Exhale all the way down. Try to keep your biceps all the way up to your ears. Straight spine all the way down. Inhale, bend the front knee, come up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Last time up. So inhale, straighten your spine, come all the way up. But this time your hands come together over your head and you exhale your hands down in front of your chest. Anjali Mudra. And now here again, try to remain as steady, as stable as possible. So no fidgeting around. Just try to remain completely still. And simply focusing on your breath. You can focus on your navel expanding out, and if you have your eyes open again, try to just look out in the horizon, like out to an infinite point. And instead you turn your gaze inwards and become aware of inner changes. So what's going on inside. Try on each exhalation to really contract your navel back and get that sense of contraction and lift in your pelvic floor. Subtle mula bandha or root lock. Super steady, stable. Inhale, both arms up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, hinge from the hips, straight spine, fold all the way to the floor. Both hands into the floor and back into downward dog. Take a few moments here. And now walk your left foot to the front of the mat. Come all the way up to a standing. So you can straighten your left leg again. Square your hips so you draw your left hip back. Your right foot is a 45-degree angle outwards. So you straighten your front leg, but that's a micro kind of bend in the knee here. So your hips are squared. You inhale, both arms up. And you exhale and fold over the front leg. Inhale, commit to a straight spine all the way up. Exhale, stay. Inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale, fold over the front leg. Inhale, lift up with a straight spine. And exhale. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, last time down here. Inhale all the way up. Hands come together over your head. Exhale, arms down in front of your chest. Anjali Mudra. Now again, super steady. Almost see yourself as if you were one of those statues guarding the temple. You're just gazing out in eternity, super steady, looking for any kinds of inner changes, movements. And try to just erase it. There's nothing but stability and calm. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten the front leg, arms up all over your head. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward over the front leg. Place both hands in the mat in front of you and step back to downward dog. Take a few moments to steady your down dog, hips all the way to the ceiling, straight spine, chin is slightly tucked in, deep breathing to the belly. Now slowly begin to walk to the front end of the mat. Inhale, straighten the spine halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale once more. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale with a straight spine, come all the way to standing. Relax your arms down by your side. Your eyes can be closed or open here, it's up to you. But again, try to not move your eyes. Try to even stop your eyes from blinking. Just turn your gaze inwards and observe the effects of the pose. Now turn 90 degrees to the left and come to a wide stance on the mat. So you want to turn your toes just slightly inwards, like pigeon-toed here. Hands on your hips. Inhale, straighten your spine. Your chin is slightly tucked in. Exhale, hinge from the hips and fold. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, flatten the back halfway up. Exhale, fold through your legs. Maybe you can walk your hands a few centimeters back even. Fingers is pointing straight forward. Your elbows is pointing backwards. Keep tucking your chin into the throat to get that kind of elongation of the back of the neck. And really focus your breath deep down into the belly. It's almost like you're breathing into your lower back. And feel how each time when you really contract your navel back towards the spine, you get a little bit more room to come even deeper in the fold. Okay, inhale halfway up, flatten your back. Exhale, hands to the hips. Your next inhale with a flat back, come all the way to standing. Turn your right foot 90 degrees to the right to the points, back to the front of the mat. Your left foot comes into a 45 degrees out to the side, more or less. Again, check the position of your hip. Draw your right hip back. You have an internal rotation of your left leg inwards. And your left hip is drawing forward. Now place your hands behind your lower back, palms facing up, grabbing your left wrist with your right hand. Yeah. Inhale to the chest, your shoulders roll back. Exhale, fold over the leg. Commit to as straight back as possible. You want to keep your wrists on your lower back here actually. And again, try to find peace and steadiness and stability in this pose. So try to keep the movement to a minimum. Still, you're trying to commit to making the exhales slightly longer than the inhale. Now on your next inhale, slowly with the straight spine, come all the way to standing, turn 90 degrees towards the left, so you come to stand back to a wide stance on the mat and relax your arms down by the side. So you want to face the front here, yeah. Again, close your eyes down maybe here, relax your arms down by your side. Just check in again. Notice anything that's going on in your body or in your mind. And remember, whatever thoughts are there, they're just your thoughts. You're the one observing without reacting. Alright, so we can turn 90 degrees to the left now. So your left foot turn 90 degrees to the left, your right follows 45 degrees. Check your hip position again. Your right thigh, internal rotation. So you really try to square them best as you can. Again, now grab your right wrist behind your lower back. Inhale to the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, fold over the front leg. Chin is tucked in. Breathing is to the lower part of the belly, expanding out and contracting inwards on exhalation. So relaxing your eyes here and your whole face is really going to help you. See how much ease and calm you can find even in this challenging position. Okay, on your next inhalation with the straight spine, come back all the way to standing. Turn 90 degrees back towards the right. Relax your arms. Close your eyes. Turn your right foot 90 degrees towards the right. Your left foot follows 45 degrees like before. Square your hips, please. Now for this next pose here, you might want to use a block. Let me just find one for you here. Place that on the outside of your right foot. And even if you are flexible, this does help you to find a little bit more ease and proper alignment in this pose. So we're going to do a combination of a fold and a twist here. So you can relax your right arm down by your side. Inhale your left arm up over your head. Exhale, fold, place your left hand on your block and turn your right hand up towards the ceiling. Stack your shoulders on top of each other. And if it feels comfortable for your neck, you can look up towards your right hand. Otherwise, you can look towards the side or even down towards the floor if your neck bothers you. Here, try to focus your breath again in the deepest part of the belly. On each inhalation, you try to find more length in the spine, all the way out through the crown of the head. And on each exhalation, you see if you can spin a little bit deeper into the twists. Now, it's a pretty natural thing to experience a little bit of shaking in a position like this. And the old yogis, they were saying, yeah, it's a kind of natural physical response, but more actually it's related to what's going on in the mind. Your mind is being challenged here, and it responds by trying to kind of find its way or get out of the pose or whatever. But try to fight this and try to remain as still as possible. Now look back towards the floor. Inhale your right hand down to the floor, straighten up your spine. Exhale, fold over your leg. Just take a few moments here. You can place your hands on each side of your foot, or just to kind of cool down the engines here again. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale with a flat back all the way back to standing. Turn back 90 degrees to the left. And pause. Just pause. Nice. 90 degrees to the left this time. You know the drill by now. Turn your hips, square your hips. And let's get the block in place here for you. You're welcome. Alright, your left hand relaxes down by your side. Your right hand, inhale it up. Exhale, fold and twist, placing the right hand down on the block and the left arm points up towards the ceiling. Try the best you can as to stack the shoulders and get as much broadening and opening through the collarbones and the chest here. And do not turn your head more than it feels comfortable in your neck. And again the same thing, breathing deep into the belly, and on your exhalation drawing the navel back and try to find a little bit more space in the twist. So see if you can twist even deeper on each exhalation, not in the neck so much, but in the lower parts of the spine, without losing the position of the hips though. Commit to stillness. Even though it is challenging, see how much you can actually relax in this pose. What parts do you not need to tighten and activate here? That's also going to help you. And then do not lose your awareness of your breathing. Oops, no problem. Slowly get back to it. Alright, beautiful. Look down towards the mat. Inhale, untwist your arm. Place back your hands on each side of the foot. And fold over the front leg. You might notice that I'm not giving so many alignment cues here in this kind of practice, and that's kind of on purpose here. So we are using the body in this kind of practice as a way to connect with our breath, and then we use the breath to connect with our mind. So we're not doing asana just for the sake of asana. It's a very specific goal. We are targeting the mind here. And each time we're reminded of our body, we kind of lose that connection. So what I'm asking you to do throughout this whole practice is really to become aware of how does the forward folding work on your mind? How does your prolonged exhalation affect you? Try to be really keep observing the effects. Inhale, flatten your back halfway up. Exhale, hands to your hips. And inhale, come all the way back up to a standing. Beautiful. Relax your arms down, close your eyes. And just take a moment. Try to take a moment to notice if it gets easier to drop into that silent witness, to not identify too much with your postures and your thoughts. What people sometimes find in this type of practice is that it seems like the mind is even speeding up, and that's quite natural. It's a natural response for the mind to be having here. Just allow that to happen. All right. Open your eyes. Come back to stand on the front of the mat here. I'm gonna do this here next to you. We are moving into the warrior 3 here. So take a short step back with your left foot here. So you can do this with your hands on your hips, but I think you'll be fine with doing it the full extension of the pose, where you inhale the arms up over the head and exhale, your weight is on your right foot, and slowly you'll begin to drop your hands down and your left leg is lifting. Your left hip is sinking down towards the ground here. And you're trying your best to keep your biceps all the way up to the ears and straightening the arm, and lift the left heel as high as you can go. Do not lose your breath. The ratio is 1-to-1 here, by the way, so maybe 2 or 3 counts in and 2 and 3 counts out. Try your best to remain calm even in this challenging position. On your next exhalation, lower both hands down to the floor, but keep lifting the left heel up. Your chin is tucked in to the throat, still in this Jalandhara Bandha. And you keep lifting your heel high up in the air. Now try to grab your right ankle with your right hand and see if you can lift even higher. Tuck your chin in. Beautiful. Now here comes the hardest part. Lower your left leg parallel to the floor, a little higher. Beautiful. And then we're going to try to come out of the pose through warrior 1. So if possible, raise both arms up and come all the way to a standing. Lower your feet. Oh yeah, okay. And come back to standing on the front of the mat and then lower your arms down. All right. Try it on the other side as well. So take a moment. This is not a position that makes you a very popular teacher all the time. It's quite challenging for most people, so it is. If it is for you, it is completely normal. Alright, so now step your right leg back and shift the weight to your left foot here. Raise both arms up and slowly fold over your left leg, raising your right heel off the ground and up to a parallel. So you're trying to kind of visualize a straight line all the way from your right heel out your fingertips. And do your best to lower your right heel down parallel to, no, not your heel, your hip to the other hip. So your hips are kind of still squared here even. And you're breathing in for maybe 3 and you're exhaling for maybe 3. You're doing really well. Oh well. Okay. Now slowly on your next exhalation, lower both hands to the floor. Your chin is tucked in. And if you're comfortable here, you can try the same thing. Grab your ankle with your left hand and try to raise your heel even higher, straightening that right leg out. Chin is tucked in. Okay, same thing, lower the leg parallel to the floor, and if possible, try to lift yourself out of the pose and step your right leg to the front of the mat. Exhale your arms down and pause. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, fold. Place both hands in the mat and step back to downward dog. Take a few deep breaths into the belly here. Inhale down to the knees. And exhale back to child's pose. And take a nice pause here. Okay. Begin to walk your hands in towards yourself and come up to sit on your heels. And slowly come to lie down on your mat, on your back. And find a bridge pose setup. So you lie on your back with your hands down by your side and your knees bent. And you can just about touch your heels with your fingertips, that's perfect. And we're going to do a little bit of dynamic bridge movement here. So on your next inhalation, lift both hips up towards the ceiling and you raise your arms all the way up over the back of your head. And exhale, arms down and hips back towards the floor. Okay, same thing, but now in the count as before. So you inhale for 4 counts. And exhale, take 6 counts to come all the way back there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, come up for 4. 2, 3, 4. One more time for 6. Down. 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. And now exhale for a 7 count down. Inhale for 4. And an 8 count if possible. So it takes you 8 counts to come all the way down. You hit the floor at the same time with your hands and your hips and relax for a moment here. Relax your breath. Relax your body. Now keeping the arms down by your side, now raise your hips all the way up to the sky. Interlace your fingers, if possible, behind your lower back and try to walk your shoulders in. You need a proper? Okay. And then roll your shoulders in under yourself. Now change the breathing ratio here, so it's a 4 count in, 4 count out. Inhale, and on your next exhale, release your hands and exhale your hips all the way back towards the floor. Tuck both knees in towards the chest gently. Gently. Now release your right leg down, back, and straighten your right leg out. Sorry. Grab your right knee with your right hand. Your left hand goes out towards the left. Inhale here. And on your next exhale, lower your left knee down towards your right side and twists. And if you're comfortable here, slowly you can begin to roll your, turn your gaze towards the left, if it's comfortable for your neck. Keep breathing deep. And the same thing as the last twist, you want to see if you can find a little bit more space on each exhale to deepen the twist in the lowest part of your torso. Okay, inhale, raise your left knee back up towards the center. Straighten out the left leg. Draw in your right knee, grab it with your left hand. Your right arm turns out to the right side. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale, twist your right knee over to your left side. If you're comfortable, you can look to the right. Otherwise, you can just look straight up. So you might need to do a few adjustment here yourself in this twist, as it's very different for everyone. What kind of twist feels comfortable here, depending on your flexibility in different parts of the body. Inhale back to the center. Straighten out the leg. Okay, nice, almost home. So in your own way, try to come back on a seated position on the mat in a Dandasana position. I sit here next to you. Maybe you can, to get a more straight spine, pull the flesh away from your sit bones here. You can even sit on a folded blanket or on a prop if you need it here. But last pose here, Paschimottanasana. seated forward fold. Inhale, raise both arms up over your head. Exhale and fold over your legs. Grab your big toes and inhale halfway up, straight spine. Exhale, stay here with a straight spine. Inhale, pull away further from your feet. Exhale, fold over the legs. Straight your arms out. Inhale with a flat back, come all the way up. Exhale your arms down by your side. Take a moment. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Try to keep a straight spine as far down as you can. And then grab your big toes. Inhale, straighten your spine. Come halfway up. Stay here. Exhale. Inhale, try to straighten out your spine a little bit more. Exhale, fold over your legs. This time just stay here. You can continue to hold your feet or relax your arms down by your side, whatever feels comfortable here. Slowly begin to calm down your breath. After your next exhalation, reach your arms away from you to the front and inhale with a straight spine, come all the way up to seated position. Exhale, your arms down by your side. Sit for a few moments here. Well done, nice work. Now, in your own way, come down to Shavasana, lying down on your back, on your mat. Arms down by your side, palms facing up. Relax your feet out to each side, let them fall to the side. Find a little bit of length in your neck. Maybe you can rock your head to each side and just find a comfortable position for your head to then rests. And then relax everything. Now in the first minute or so of Shavasana, we're just going to do a little bit of conscious breathing here to get into a really nice relaxed state. We're going to breathe in a specific ratio, which is breathing in for 8, hold in your breath for 4, then you exhale for 8, and then you hold out your breath for 4. I'm going to count for a few rounds and then I'll let you do a little bit of conscious breathing by yourself. So we're all on the same page. Begin with taking one deep breath in. And the relaxing exhalation, release everything. And then we start the breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold in your breath. 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold out for 4. 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold out, 2, 3, 4, continue on your own internal count. And use each exhalation to just relax a little bit more, become a little bit more calm. And after each exhalation, in that pause for 4 seconds, find complete stillness and quiet. So in that pause, it's almost like time stops. Everything is just completely quiet. As you keep breathing in the same ratio, you allow yourself to let the breath become a little bit more shallow. So it's not quite deep, full breathing in and out. And after your next exhalation, you can let completely go of the breath, the counting, everything. You just relax in effortless awareness. Slowly you begin to remember your breath. Gradually you begin to deepen the breath and to get a little bit of circulation back in your extremities. You begin to make some subtle movements in your fingers and your toes. You can maybe rub the fingertips over your thumbs. Gradually bringing your body back to life. You can stretch out whatever you need in this moment. And in your own time, you can begin to slowly roll to the right side. You can form a pillow, your hands underneath your chin, and just take a few moments here. 5 or 6 deep, luxurious breaths. Just enjoy the state that you're in right now. And in your own time, we will meet back in a seated position. Find your meditation prop, folded blanket, pillow, or block. I'm just gonna do some very simple breathing, a little bit of meditation here in the end. But first of all, I want you to find a comfortable position with a straight spine. And just take a few moments to reflect on your seated posture. And notice how you're feeling in your body and in your mind also. Emotionally, physically, mentally, what's going on? And maybe you notice a difference from before you got on the mat today. Now become aware of your breath as you draw air in through both nostrils. Feel and see the air as 2 independent streams in each one of the 2 nostrils. Follow the air as it comes in and see it meeting and kind of combining in the point between your eyebrows. And again, follow it as you exhale out the nose through each nostrils. So you see and feel the breath as a kind of an inverted V coming in through both nostrils and meeting in the point between your eyebrows. And you begin to notice the temperature of your breath. Slightly cooler on your inhale and a little bit warmer on your exhalation. Now begin to fine-tune your awareness even more and become aware of the breath has a kind of a vibratory vibe to it. And know that you are using the breath here to kind of guide awareness and energy or prana to that point between your eyebrows. So slowly you begin to build up awareness and this kind of subtle energy and awareness in this point. And after some time, you might even notice a little kind of tickling or another physical sensation in that point between your eyebrows. You might even see a light begin to build in this point. And slowly, as your awareness begins to build in this area, notice how your breath becomes more shallow and subtle. And just allow that process to happen slowly. It's like your breath is even fading away. Almost like you don't even have to breathe anymore. You're just anchored in calm, steady awareness in that point between your eyebrows. Now, if you feel inspired to continue your meditation here, you might do so, but otherwise, please draw both hands in front of your chest. Lower your chin for a moment and take a moment to honor your practice in your own way. Release your hands down. When you're ready, you may open your eyes. And then there's only to say thank you for joining here today. Hope you enjoyed this practice. Also, thank you, Julie, for being my student. And I wish you a lovely day or evening or whenever you are in your day. Namaste.
Namaste.